SpongeBob characters and their favorite drinks. SpongeBob. Kelp Shake. Mr. Krabs. Pepsi. Patrick Star. Poppy. Gary. Big Blue. Squidward. Sunkist. Sandy Cheeks. Milk. Plankton. Mountain Dew. Mrs. Puff. Fanta. Karen. Gatorade. Pearl Krabs. Diet Coke. SpongeBob characters and their favorite snacks. SpongeBob. Funyuns. Mr. Krabs. Chips Ahoy. Patrick Star. Pocky. Gary. Chex Mix. Squidward. Skinny Pop. Sandy Cheeks. Cape Cod. Plankton. Lay's. Mrs. Puff. Cheetos. Karen. Pop-Tarts. Pearl Krabs. Doritos. SpongeBob characters and their favorite movies. SpongeBob. Minions. Mr. Krabs. SpongeBob. Patrick Star. Shark Tale. Gary. Turbo. Squidward. Ruby Gilman Teenage Kraken. Sandy Cheeks. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Plankton. Inside Out. Mrs. Puff. Cars. Karen. Wall-E. Pearl Krabs. Barbie. SpongeBob characters and their favorite candies. SpongeBob. Milk Duds. Mr. Krabs. Twizzlers. Patrick Star. Starburst. Gary. Goobers. Squidward. M&M's. Sandy Cheeks. Whoppers. Plankton. Mike and Ike. Mrs. Puff. Reese's. Karen. Almond Joy. Pearl Krabs. Three Musketeers. SpongeBob characters and their favorite apps. SpongeBob. Snapchat. Mr. Krabs. Telegram. Patrick Star. TikTok. Gary. Discord. Squidward. Vinted. Sandy Cheeks. Microsoft Store. Plankton. Spotify. Mrs. Puff. File Manager. Karen. Messenger. Pearl Krabs. Settings. SpongeBob characters and their favorite desserts. SpongeBob. Banana pudding. Mr. Krabs. Jelly Parfaits. Patrick Star. Donuts. Gary. Cake Pops. Squidward. Cookies. Sandy Cheeks. Baked Alaska. Plankton. Green velvet cake. Mrs. Puff. Lemon bars. Karen. Easy pudding trifle. Pearl crabs. Ice cream. SpongeBob characters and their favorite mobile games. SpongeBob. Temple Run. Mr. Krabs. Pokemon Go. Patrick Star. Among Us. Gary. Snail Bob. Squidward. Plants vs. Zombies. Sandy Cheeks. Squirrel Simulator. Plankton. Minecraft. Mrs. Puff. Dr. Driving. Karen. Clash of Robots. Pearl Crabs. Dress Up. SpongeBob characters and their favorite foods. SpongeBob. Mac and cheese. Mr. Krabs. Tuna. Patrick Star. Noodles. Gary. Leaves. Squidward. Krabby Patties. Sandy Cheeks. Nuts. Plankton. Salads. Mrs. Puff. Tacos. Karen. Batteries. Pearl crabs. Small fish. SpongeBob characters and their biggest fears. SpongeBob. Losing his job at the Krusty Krab. Mr. Krabs. Being broke. Patrick Star. Hunger. Gary. Not being fed. Squidward. Losing his house. Sandy Cheeks. Wrong science experiments. Plankton. Failure. Mrs. Puff. SpongeBob driving. Karen. Viruses. Pearl crabs. Embarrassment in front of friends. SpongeBob characters and their favorite fruits. SpongeBob. Pineapple. Mr. Krabs. Blueberries. Patrick Star. Strawberries. Gary. Grapes. Squidward. Kiwi. Sandy Cheeks. Coconut. Plankton. Avocado. Mrs. Puff. Mangoes. Karen. Raspberry. Pearl crabs. Melon.